Morning everybody, welcome to a beautiful April morning here at Berthon Marina. Today we're going to be having a look on board Bounder. She is an absolute beast of a boat. She's a 2016 built Seaward 42. She's really exceptional. Let's go and have a look on board. So yes, good morning everybody and welcome to a sunny Lymington. Today we're looking at Bounder. She is a 2016 Seaward 42 motor yacht. So Seaward build on the Isle of Wight, so just off the south coast of the UK. And a really interesting company. They have several arms. One is leisure, one is custom build, and one is for commercial. So the boat that you see here is the 42-foot Category A version, essentially of the pilot boat, which is used internationally for various coastal patrols and has a hugely thoroughbred hull form there, passed down from the mighty Nelson 42. So as you can see, she's got low decks, she's got a proper wheelhouse, the hull runs right the way aft, really nice scan strut, powder coated radar arch up there. Aft cockpit version. This is a solid transom, so the hull is taken right the way aft. So we've got a flexi teak deck here with boarding ladder, gateway into that aft cockpit. There's a life raft storage locker there for a 4-person. We'll have a look inside a little bit later, but very low freeboard, so it's a real easy step, so typical of pilot boats, up onto this side deck. Really neat locker for storing fenders on either side, and moving forward we've got this substantial custom rail. Engine bay intakes underneath there, so you've got a grab rail running right the way forward with completely uncluttered decks, fillers inset down there, plenty of light going into the forward space, which to our right is the dinette and then galley area, and forward cabin is separated forward. So we've got plenty of light going down into there, and this is the foredeck working area. So the decks are laid with Treadmaster diamond grip in grey. We've got substantial bollards. We've got a massive ultramarine anchor with 60 metres of stainless steel chain there. That's the foredeck with these hooded cowls on the ventilation, triple windscreen, pantographing wipers. And the side windows are hooded, so no water getting in there. It's a really proficient build. So that's the foredeck area, as you can see, completely uncluttered, incredibly safe. These forward screens are double glazed, so helps with demisting. She's also fitted with an Eberspacher Airtronic system, and this is the hood on top of that side screen window. And in fact you can clamp the whole lot shut using a ratchet mechanism exactly as you would have on a pilot boat. So that's the open array scanner, which is linked into the Raymarine system here on board Bounder. That's the deckside locker, takes 4 fenders either side, and a real nice easy 2 steps down into this aft cockpit. So the aft cockpit has an L-shaped seat over on the starboard side, bench seat to port. We've got loads and loads of storage on board this boat. It was very cleverly designed. Remote fuel cut-offs there for both engines and for generator, and then we've got extra storage here for daily gear, jackets, oilies, etc. She's a thoroughly well thought out hybrid between a professional boat and a luxury motor yacht. So storage underneath the squabs and a nice table there. This is access down into the aft lazarette. So down in here we've got the Onan generator, which sits down just to the port side there. We've also got a quick gyro stabiliser, so for stability at rest she is perfect. The hull is incredibly good underway, but especially at rest that takes off any of the wobble. It's one of the quick MC2X systems. This forward lid here, really robustly built again. 2 gas struts on there, and we're down into the engine bay, so it's fully checker plated out, beautifully built and finished. We've got tanks up forward, we've got wing tanks on either side, and main fuel is underneath the centre line. So 2 tanks, She's carrying nearly 3,000 litres of fuel, and she's running on a pair of Cummins QSB 425 horsepower engines, which are driving through Python drives, which take out a huge amount of the vibration, and then she's driving through some conventional 5-bladed propellers. So the aft end of the cockpit here with overhead lighting, we've got the main through-door aluminium into the wheelhouse. Everything is latched, everything is secure. It's a really proficient boat. It's a simple step straight up into the wheelhouse. So she's finished inside in cream linings throughout, overhead hatches, and a dark navy Alcantara trim. Twin pilot seats, they're both independently sprung, so they take just a little bit of the knocking off the hull, but we were out on this boat last week in a real blow, and she is incredibly unremarkable, just gets on with it. The knife cuts through any breeze just like butter. Plenty of storage on board, and she's fully trimmed out in satin finished and varnished teak. So select teak throughout. So main helm area is over to port. To starboard we have a single navigator's seat, massive support on these, and there you can see the ratchet mechanism for the side windows. So it locks the panes of glass in, so there is absolutely no leakage, and you've got an independent chart table there. So looking at the main helm, this is the smart gyro stabilizer. We've also got a touchscreen display, which we can bring up for at sea and underway settings. Pair of Raymarine hybrid touch. All of the Cummins tech is on that large screen. She's got proportional thrusters, bow and stern. We've got autopilot on this vessel. She's got wipers, which are exactly where you need them, just a hand there. Wheel and the footrest can both independently be moved, and that is exactly the same on the navigator's side. 4 steps down into the main galley, and the main switching manual for isolators, Eberspacher, inverter, etc. is just there as you go down the companionway. So over to starboard we have a longitudinal galley. It's got a large cooker. Incredibly practical synthetic teak floor, so feels really boaty but with none of the maintenance issues. And over to port we have a drop-down saloon which can make into a large double berth using that telescoping leg. There's storage underneath it for charts, and there's also a large storage locker underneath this forward seat. So 4 steps up, plenty of lighting. There's red switchable lighting throughout the boat as well. And she's run on an Empire bus system, so an NXT system. This has fail-safes just within this locker here, and there's also really good access to all of the cabling underneath that main helm station. So looking back over towards the galley area, we have a Korean worktop in grey, masses and masses of drawer storage and storage hidden behind, also in cave lockers. She was designed for a couple to spend a huge amount of time at sea, so you've got a large double freezer here, 3-burner gas grill, another front-loading fridge there, microwave here, plenty of light coming in and ventilating hatches over, double sink and a Quokka hot tap, so really safe way of preparing either food or a hot drink at sea. So this is the access through into the forward cabin, so she has a single forward double cabin, and then we have a Jack and Jill door onto the heads compartment, which also has a large shower in it. So we'll go into this forward cabin. It's set out in a V berth. So independently sprung mattresses, plenty of light coming in here from overhead, and as you can see, beautifully trimmed out throughout. We've got storage in this large double hanging locker, drawers underneath. And then up here, this is directly through into the anchor chain locker, and there's a beautiful little touch here, which is a light which you can flick on so that you can have a look and just check on your stainless steel anchor chain. So really nice conceit there from Seaward, but incredibly practical also. As you can see, we've got hi-fi speakers in here. And then this is the heads compartment, so the door into the main saloon is just to the left of me here. Overhead access hatch, also powered ventilation. It's an electric head. The Eberspacher is piped through into there as well. It's a really, really, really practical vessel. So just heading up, please do call us for any more information on this boat. She is a one-off, semi-custom. Her name is Bounder. She's from 2016 and she's available with Berthon now. Many thanks for watching.